Hello, welcome to another episode of Shit My Prime Minister Says. And this week we're talking about Pride. So Theresa anti-gay May decided to give her support to Pride, which was a little bit like having International Women's Day sponsored by ISIS.
Pride brings people together in joyful celebration of our values of freedom, tolerance and equality. It is a vivid display of the diversity which makes London one of the greatest cities in the world. And at its heart, it is about a simple thing: love.
Okay, so ignoring the hipster levels of irony of listening to that from Theresa May, she can't even pretend to have any emotion. She can't even fake it. Love. Love. It's all about love. Can you imagine her singing a love song? I feel it in one's fingers. I feel it in one's toes. Oh. And can someone please teach her how to read an auto cue?
Around the world, cruel and discriminatory laws still exist. Some of them directly based on the very laws which were repealed in this country 50 years ago.
Oh, and now she doesn't like discriminatory laws. Would that be like the time when you voted against equal age of consent? Or maybe that time when you tried to force IVF clinics to consider a father and mother, which directly discriminated against lesbian couples? Or was it that time when you decided that gays weren't good enough to adopt? Which one of those really represented your rainbow colours, Theresa?
So the UK has a responsibility to stand up for our values and to promote the rights of LGBT plus people internationally.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to believe her stance on LGBT rights when she's just signed up with the DUP, the party that believes that homosexuality is worse than paedophilia. And they also believe that the Earth is 2,000 years old, so they say a lot of crazy stuff. And now she's coming like, oh, I'm all about those LGBT plus, what is it again? Plus minus rights. Yes, I'm so about those rights. I'm practically RuPaul. You can feel her Daily Mail senses tingling through her blood. LGBTQ plus, LGBTQ, I don't want to say the word. Please, Philip, please make love to me on 500 copies of the Daily Mail immediately. They made me say it. They made me. And why can't she get through a sentence without being an absolute robot? LGBT plus rights, LGBT plus rebooting. Did you see that time somebody tried to ask her about being a robot? And you know what she did? She became a robot.
So when your critics call you robotic in your style, and much of the public calls you heartless, have they just misunderstood you?
I think what's important is that we get on with the job, and getting on with the job is about delivering for people.
Get on with the job. The job. I don't like the job. Okay, first of all, it's a bit hard for people to get on with the job when you've taken so many of them and your party decided to give all the jobs to 12 Jobs Osborne. And it's lucky that she is the Prime Minister in many ways because she couldn't do any other job. Imagine if she was a doctor and you'd say, oh, doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. The important thing is the NHS is here to fund you and protect you. Yeah, but would you mind having a look at this leg that fell off? The important thing is that legs are very good and used in marathons, and that's why we're putting £500 into the Olympics. And why does her head look like it's being controlled by her coat? It's almost like it's telling her what to say. And I'm actually a head balancing on top of the coat, which gives me the instructions. I'm starting to think that if anybody unveiled that coat, there'd just be a string of wires underneath it and she'd look like a Doctor Who villain. You know it's reached new levels when Channel 4 are asking why she's so robotic. So I'll look forward to their next documentary, The Woman with the Robot Head. Thank you for watching Shit My Prime Minister Says, and if you want to see more of these, go onto my YouTube page or realmedia.press.